Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're revisiting 4-color domain. So the idea of the old domain deck with Atraxa was kind of rotated out with Triumphs, and there have been a lot of newer versions of domains that people have been trying out. And what with the release of Duskmourn, there is a new crazy combo because Overlord of the Hauntwoods just give us a land that is one mana of, well, one of each basic land type. Well, not each, but every basic land type. So Overlord of the Hauntwoods is domain himself. So that's actually insane because now our Leyline Binding costs 1, our Her Migration makes 5 3/3 beast. We can easily cast Atraxa, we can easily kick the Archangel of Wrath, and a lot of our cards still trigger up them beanstalks. So this deck is really, really good. Let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early game, we just got 4 up the beanstalk and 2 get lost. That's actually insane how relevant the early game is in this kind of metagame, because even with aggro, right, get lost can handle a little bit in the early game, but up the beanstalk definitely give us a lot of cards. And then what we can do is on turn 3, we have 4 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which you can cast for the impending cost, ramp ourselves for a land, and then also ramp ourselves and then also draw a card with up the beanstalk, because technically the CMC on the Hauntwoods is still 5. We also have 3 temporary lockdown in case our opponent is very aggressive, like those enchantment decks. This will lock down the entire enchantment deck. Everything in that deck costs 2 or less gets locked down. And then on turn 4, we technically can have Archangel of Wrath, just thrown out as a 3/4 lifelinker. But sometimes we have Overlord of the Hauntwoods on turn 3, so on turn 4 we have 5 mana. We can kick it for 2 damage. Or we can also play Overlord of the Mistmoors, the 4 mana impending 4 that gives us 2/2/1 flyers, but then also impends for 4 to become a 6/6 horror later on. So yeah, that's what makes this deck really good. You don't want to run too many Overlords though, because they get stuck in your hand and they're not really that great of a card considering all of the other cards we're running in this deck. So that's why there's only 2 off. Don't forget he also triggers up the beanstalk. Turn 5 or 5 mana. Of course, we have the Sunfall. That's always great. Whenever an opponent goes wide and think that they have protection spells, Sunfall will get rid of all of those cards. And then turn 6, not a real 6 mana drop, Leyline Binding. I'm going to put that over here. Leyline Binding is usually a 1 mana card because we have Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Then we have, for Her Migrations, if nothing else, Her Migration can be discarded for us to get a basic land and gain 3 life. Sometimes it'll be relevant to not die, but when we need it to be, it's a was it 5/3/3, so 15 damage on a 7 drop. So that's not too bad. And then we can attack it twice and we'll just win. Her Migration also draws us a card with up the beanstalk. And Atraxa. We only have 3 Atraxas in this deck because we couldn't fit anymore. And we're not really curving to turn 7 that often, honestly, because sometimes the Hauntwoods, the Mistmoors, and then by the time we play Archangel of Wrath on turn 6 or with 6 mana, our opponent already wants to concede. And landing Atraxa is just kind of the icing on the cake, right? Atraxa is always good. 7 mana to get us, I don't know, maybe 6 cards, 5 cards. You look at the top 10 and pick one of each card type. So don't forget, Overlords are also enchantment. So if you've got nothing good enchantment to take, you can take one of these. And then take, for creatures, just take the Archangel or take another Atraxa. For sorcery, if you're behind, take Sunfall. If you're ahead, take Her Migration. And then, for instance, just take Get Lost, make sure you can kill whatever opponent has. That's it. That's the whole idea of this deck. Very simple. Then the land base, 26 lands, of course, because we're a domain deck. We need a lot of lands. 4 plains, 1 island, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, 2 forests. Not a lot of basic lands, but that's okay. We have 4 Fabled to get a Fabled Passage to get us any of the basic lands that we need. But we also have 2 Cavern of Souls to make sure that our Archangel of Wrath, and our Atraxa, our Angels are uncounterable. Or if we needed to, we can also make Horror uncounterable or Avatar uncounterable, so to make our Overlords uncounterable. The funny thing about Overlords on Cavern is that you can actually use Cavern to pay the impending cost, and that's still paying the cost for this card, so it is still uncounterable. That's really good. And then, of course, because we are domain, we want to have dual color land base. So here are dual color lands. We have 1 Meticulous Archive. Let me put this over here. 1 Meticulous Archive, 2 Hedge Maze, and 4 Lush Portico. So a little bit of white, a lot of green-white, and a lot of green. So that's because the whole deck is technically just Selesnya, with a little bit of a blue kicker here and a black and red kicker here in the Archangel. Then we have 2 Brushland, and 2 Hushwood Verge to also help us cast our green and white mana. So we're really never really going to get color screwed in this deck, since, you know, all we need is green and white. And as soon as we have 2 green, we can use that to cast Overlord, then we'll hit all the color that we need. And that's the beauty part of this deck. You know, you always get Domain, unlike before with Triumphs. You're going to hope that you draw the right Triumphs. You could draw 3 of the same Triumphs and you'll never get the Domain that you want. Now, Overlord, make sure you don't have to worry about that. This card is broken. And that's really all I got for this deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Striding Redwood. That's very ambitious. Alright, we're gonna go first. No white mana going first. 2 Hedge Maze. Well, we got a Herd Migration and help us get a white mana, I guess. Yeah, can't play that. Not for a while. Spyglass South. Off to a great start. Deep Cavern Bats. We gotta do this right now before he takes it. Get Plains. Probably gonna take our Overlord. Maybe he takes the lockdown? He takes the lockdown. Okay. Takes our lockdown. I don't think I agree with taking the lockdown, but hey, you know, our opponent can do whatever he wants. We'll ramp. We can't actually kick the Archangel, huh? That's sad. Pretty sad. The bat gets it. He doesn't want that. Now we can kick the Archangel. The problem is he can probably counter it. I'll play up the Beanstalk. I don't think he's going to counter this Beanstalk. Fairy Mastermind. So he draws an extra card. I can kill the Mastermind, but I'd much rather kill the bat, right? We'll both draw. Lush Portico. Cool. We got some maps. Enjoy it. Maybe he plays another bat. Tap land. Ooh, that's good. That's really good for him. Draw some new cards on me. I mean, he does draw 2 cards on me, right? So, I let him think that that's good for him. It's not bad. But then we'll surveil. Leyline Binding is pretty useful. Here. I'll draw it. You can draw another card. I guess I would not know I had Leyline Binding, otherwise I would put out the Plains, but yeah, it's fine. I think he's expecting a lockdown and not a binding. I'm gonna say Sewers, so he can't activate the Reef. Not right now. I don't know what that deck does. It looks like a Demir Temple deck, right? Oh, that. Okay. What do you say you take there? Sure. Okay, use the map to draw a card. Already played a land this turn. Use the map to draw another card. Already played a land this turn. Now I gotta figure out what I do, right? Because that's what I do. Go up with Beanstalk. 2 cards. Maybe there's a path line I want to use. Draw 2 cards. Another Atraxa. That out. Do I want to just land the Archangel? I don't think so. Okay, attack him for 3. Oh, I'm already at the second combat. So, drop an Archangel. Make him deal with it. Can't deadly cover up. Well, he could, but it can't deadly cover up an exile. So we'll throw one of our creatures. Ooh, okay. Well, let's go for the attack first. Urtai. Cool, so for the Archangel of Wrath. That's what he wants. You do that. Angel. And now we'll play Atraxa. Draw 2 cards. And Atraxa will do her thing. Leyline. Overlord. Sunfall. Fabled. They're not our deck a little. Actually, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna discard it. I gotta discard 3 cards? That's a lot. Okay, I don't need lockdown. I don't think I need this land either. Shieldred. Huh. Well, he probably get counter spells, right? I don't want to draw 2 cards and still die to Shieldred. So let me do this. He's got a kill spell. Go for the throw. You got it. Alright, we're gonna take 4 from this. It's a lot of damage. I also have no land. Maybe I just binding it. Right? I actually don't have 2 different color manas. So you know what? We'll Sunfall this for. Take 4. Drop this. And then we will slam the Overlord for 3. I'm gonna deck myself out if I'm not careful enough. There should be another lockdown, right? Let's see. There's 2 lockdowns in the graveyard, and I think there's 1 in the bottom of the deck. And turn, we'll discard 1, 2, 3. I only need to discard 2 cards. Another Shieldred. Take a lot of damage. Do we have a counter spell? Take out your Shelly. Ooh, a Hex Fruit. Okay, that's scary. Alright. Got 1 card left. think it could be another one of those. One, two, three, four. It's really only 4 mana, right? I can discard the Her Migration and try to block. Fairy Mastermind. I don't want to give him cards, but I do kind of need to take out Shieldred, right? Two cards? Okay, Death Touch it is. It's gonna mill us for 4. Oh, there's our lockdown. Do I decline? No, I need to know that. I have 16 cards left. That's where I gotta be careful, right? So let us hit him with this. Alright, we're at 11. We've got 16 cards left. That's not many cards, but he also doesn't have much left on his side. Alright, he's turning the Reef on. That doesn't kill us, right? It mills us for... Then he dies on a backswing? What was he thinking? Is he thinking that's good enough? Well, math is definitely not his strong suit. GG. Yeah, we were on the back foot because of all the mill, but we got there. All the mill from ourselves, funny enough. Alright, our opponent is Relivazavadu. Whatever that name is. Slam your head on the keyboard. Okay, we got Hedge Maze, Fabled, Cavern. Her Migration can give us a second white if we need an extra white mana, but it's not great. We gotta play it though, we gotta play it through. Can't mulligan a hand while playing Domain. I guess that has to go. That's not fun, right? Giving up Archangel is never fun. Oh god. Aggro? Really? You just had to do it? Heartfire Hero, no less. Blue. Oh, okay. I mean, we're gonna die like really quickly. I don't have anything to stop it. Scavenger. Another green. I think we want to get a white. But even if I get a white, it's not a ramp. That's 3 mana for Leyline Binding. Pretty sure I throw out the Fable next turn. 3 mana for Binding is enough. Shelter by Ghost. Okay, never mind, it's not enough. Well, I don't think there's a card here that can save me for the very next turn. Yeah, this doesn't do it. This does. That's sad. 1 card away off, right? If I had drawn this turn, it would have been great. As it stands, I can't really stop anything from happening. I guess I can stop an optimistic scavenger. I actually can't. He probably has hexproof things. Slick shot. Oh boy. Gotta take this damage. If that's the case, do I even kill the shelter? I don't think so, right? I don't think he can protect against Sunfall. Let's get a black mana. Black or red. I have 2 whites. There we go. His protection spells does not protect against Sunfall. This card is real good against that. And maybe has a blink spell. I don't think blink spell helps either. It's just gonna let it all go. Now, thinking back, maybe temporary lockdown would have been better. I'm not sure. Because temporary lockdown would leave 2 lands open for Leyline Binding. Yeah, see? That was dumb. I got too excited for the Sunfall because it was high mana value. What does this do? Search for an equipment or an aura. It gets sheltered by ghosts. Let him shelter? I don't think I want to let him shelter, right? This is a 3 mana card, so it doesn't get hit by the lockdown. Might as well lock everything down now. But it will also lock down my Beanstalk. I don't really want that to happen. Gotta do it. I also need to play a ping land just to hold up Leyline Binding. Otherwise, I won't have Leyline Binding up. Kill it. There's a stick, so there's a protection spell. Still got to do it right now so I can Sunfall him. Gonna play his protection spell for sure. Yep, Shard Mage Rescue. Saw that coming. Like a mile away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 mana for Sunfall, which means I can't really play the Overlord. Yeah. guess I will play this so I can potentially block with a 1/1. Potentially. You never know. Still has creatures. I mean, our opponent's not missing a beat, and that is what's killing us right now. Shelter. On. What is he gonna take out? Take out the temporary lockdown. That's actually not too bad for us. Because we get our beast off and draw an extra card. Ooh, her migration. Well, right now we get 4 3/3s. It's a lot. Also, we draw a card. Armor. It's not trample. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Her migration, or I can try to get 5 3/3s. No, I don't think I have enough time for that. Well, then I'd probably play in the archive first, looking at what we could draw. Could change our ideas. Alright, well, that doesn't change nothing. Gotta get a wide board here. Oh ho ho! Oh boy! Oh, he's gonna get it. Just gotta survive this turn. And then we're locked down to lockdown. This week. Overlord first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's enough, right? We have 2 white and 2 green. Yeah, as long as the auto tapper doesn't get us. Wow. Now it's got cramp. That's real scary. Everyone get in there. You got pump spells. I gotta survive this. What else you got? Do you have another protection spell? You degenerate player, you? I just want to draw cards, right? So, does that leave up 2 whites? It should. Also, Sunfall does the same thing, and that gives me a token to block with. So yeah, you're right. I changed my mind. Sunfall you. Actually, no, they're all gonna die. Thanks to the temporary lockdown. Do I even make this thing? I don't think so, right? Then he has haste things. That's potentially good. Can he deal 8 damage with like 3 cards? Wouldn't put it past him. Okay, no, he cannot. Let's just like. Here's Atraxa. Another try. No, let's get the arc. Yeah, you want to play that out, right? Goodbye, Boros. Oh, I think we're in a commanding position for most of that game. As long as we get through the first 2 turns, I think we're good. Alright, our opponent is the Restive Crater. What does Restive mean? And why don't I get to go first? Yeah, well, gotta play through this hand. It's fairly risky, honestly, but I don't know. I don't think I can risk not playing this hand. It's got everything I need. I am going second, so if it's aggro, I'll just die. mulliganing. Mulliganing usually aggro. Okay, not yet. Not yet. I like an item. Demir. Demir. Counterspell? Oh, okay. Toxic. I don't have the time I think I do against Toxic. That's 3 already. So we played this. We play our Overlord, we get 4 mana. I can only hope he plays a bunch of things next turn, our creatures that dies triggered. No, we're just getting proliferated. I mean, Overlord's probably never coming in. But that's not what we're playing Overlord for. It's just a 3 mana ram. And hopefully we can get to Atraxa. It's going to be difficult, right? I think I'm going to get my Atraxa count. Most likely. Now we got a temporary lockdown. That doesn't do anything. What do we play here? Swamp. Do I want a Sunfall just to draw a card? Just drawing a card here. I've got no temple. There is a temple. I'll go away for that. They're all 7 mana, that's the problem, right? And if he proliferates, that Overlord will never come in, so I might have to just actually wait till turn 7 to play it, which I don't think I have the time. How many counter spells do you think they banked up in their hand? Oh, 4 lands. So probably enough counter spells where Overlord and Mistmoors. Actually, probably a lot of removals too, to be honest. If I play the Overlord and Mistmoors, I just get proliferated like by the Whisper of the Dross. Get ourselves a mountain. Another Sunfall. Well, that Sunfall is not as good as the first Sunfall. Atraxa will probably just get countered. Her Migration will probably just get countered. But her Migration will always get countered, whereas an Atraxa could be played with a Cavern. So we'll slow roll it. That's not a Cavern. Oh, he lets those out because there's a board wipe coming. Maybe there's just like a bunch of removal spells. He's gonna shoot them off one at a time. Annoyance. Yeah. Annoyance. Yeah, there's a lot of removal spells. Draws 2 cards and loses 2 life in a precarious situation where he drowns but taps himself out. I will beat 3, right? 3 is a significant number. So I can Fable for a white, so I don't need to do that right now. I think I would just Atraxa. Make a little decision. Archangel will be pretty good. I don't have the land that I want. Leyline. Get lost. Per migration. Bring him to 12. We'll end our turn. We gotta discard a bunch of cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many guys discard? 5 cards? Probably the Sunfall, right? I don't know if I need the lockdown, to be honest. He needs to do 6. He might be able to do 6. Anoint. He's just gonna keep countering our stuff, right? Do I need to filter out one more land? I don't think I have as much time, so maybe having an extra land is gonna help. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8. No, I hold up with Leyline Binding, I think. I draw an extra card anyways. Maybe that's a land. It's a tap land. You didn't counter that. Come on, where's my caverns? Fable? That's not a cavern. Oh, the impending is here. He didn't proliferate fast enough. Vraska's Fall. Sacrifice a creature. Can he do 5 in a turn? He might be able to do 5 in a turn. This is only opponent. Exile target non-permanent opponent controls. No, you can't do it. Goodbye, Toxic. Not toxic enough. I'm way more toxic than he is. Right, our opponent is Andrea. Andrea? What is your name? Oh, this hand. This is like the worst hand you can get. Not even white mana. Oh, this is funny. Alright, I guess I have to lose a game somewhere. Keep 6. Let's put back a plane. Do we put back a plane? Put back a mountain. I'll put back a plane. Brushland's also a plane, technically. Okay. Am I already playing against blue-white control? The bane of this deck's existence? Looks like it. Blue-white control. Yeah, don't need Sunfall against blue-white control. Okay, not blue-white control then. Jin time. I do need Sunfall. I got. He just plays a land. Opens. No? Oh, he doesn't have lands. Sad for him. Let's play this Overlord, right? We now have double the lands he has. This won't be much of a fair game, to be honest. He has to discard. He has to discard. And we draw our Sunfall. I guess we can run the Sunfall when he tries to reanimate. Let's run out of blue land. Draws the third land, so stuff's about to happen. What does he have in his hand? He couldn't play anything? Is he just holding up counter spells? Same angel. No. Why? Can't counter it. Maybe he has a hexproof guy. Get that annoying picklock prankster out. Does he have a Flood Maul that he want to use? All these gives me value, so Flood Maul won't be that useful. You can definitely get a Jin by reanimating it, and that might be the hardest thing for me to fight through. No, Soul Partition. That's not too bad. If that's all he's gonna do. Right, let's go for the attack. Again. Can't counter this either. Play this for the Infinity. I don't know if I can do that from exile. Should have tried it. It would have been funny. Chart a course. Charter cable communications a course. Just gonna try to discard a reanimating thing and try to reanimate it. I got a surprise for him. Discards in the gate. Not even... I think he has a reanimation spell, right? No? Alright, well, here comes more attacks. Down to 7. What am I gonna get here? 2 mana. Discarded in the gate. Would he have a counter unless you pay 2 kind of spell in his hand? Guess I don't really need... I don't really need the... Well, that's an awful tap. I don't need the 6/6 side. Just the 2/2 ones. Should be able to get him. GG, I don't know what game that was. He didn't do anything. Why didn't you reanimate anything with your deck? Is he just giving me the game, Andrea? Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how does the deck feel? I feel insane. I played 4 games. I won 4 games. Obviously, those 4 games lasted a while, but hey, didn't drop a single game because this deck was insane. I called it 4-color domain. Might as well be 4-win domain because we got 4 wins straight. A few games that we, 1 or 2 of the games I think was pretty close. One of the games we had to gain life with her migration just to not die, but we didn't die, and that's all that matters. 1 life is equal to 1,000 life as long as we win. And then the Overlord definitely gave us the mana that we need. This Overlord sometimes gave us the creatures that we need. A lot of times it's just her migration giving us the creatures. And Archangel definitely gave us the life we need by doing the lifelink thing. She is great. I still think she is the core of this deck. Without Archangel, this deck will not work. It would just die to aggro way too easily. But with Archangel, we never die to aggro. They have creatures, we'll ping it off, we'll gain life. And then if they have protections, we got temporary lockdown, we got Sunfall. Get Lost never really got to do anything. We never really got to get Lost anything important because our opponent's already dead. So this is beautiful deck. 4-color domain is insanely good. This is just the best of 1. I can't imagine how good this would be in best of 3 with all the sideboard cards, but yeah, domain. Domain is insane. Atraxa is insane. Put it all in 1 shell. It's going to be the top tier deck for a while. And that is all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.